Okay, so what I'd now like to do is take a couple of minutes and talk about this free software that you can use to bring this whole system together and to live stream or to record your videos with these, two camera angles that we've been speaking about today. So the free software, it's called Open Broadcaster OBS Studio. The latest release is 21.0.1, and you can get it for Windows, you can get it for Mac, you can also get it for Linux. Just as I mentioned here, it's free and open source software for video recording and live streaming. So let's talk about some of the features and what you can do with this software basically. So for example, it's got high performance real-time video audio capturing and mixing. You can create scenes made up of multiple sources. Sources would be like your cameras, Windows, images, texts, browser, webcams, and capture cards and so forth. You can set up an unlimited number of scenes that you can switch between seamlessly via custom transitions. So let's talk about that for a second. What does that mean? Let's say you've got two cameras, okay, or two webcams, and when you're switching from one to the other, what you can do is you can have effects. So instead of having it just cut straight from one camera to another one, an abrupt cut, what you can do is you can have a fade, so it fades gently from one camera into another, or you could have, graphic effects, you could have a flash if you want. There's so many different kind of effects that you can get when you're switching from one camera to the other, and that's something that you'll have to go through and play about with and see, what suits the event that you're recording. Another one of the benefits is that it's got an intuitive audio mixer with per source filters such as noise gate, noise suppression, and gain. Take full control with VST plugin support. Okay, so what that basically means is that each camera that you plug in, or each audio device that you're recording from, you can set the gains. Gains means how sensitive the microphone is, or how sensitive you want the sound that you're recording on the device that you're recording into to be. So you could set that individually for each camera. That's one of the benefits. Powerful and easy to use configuration options. Add new sources, duplicate existing ones, and adjust their properties effortlessly. So, that's pretty self-explanatory. It's just talking about your sources. For example, your different camera angles. You can duplicate them, and on each one you could have slightly different settings, and you could bring them in, one by one and mix between them. Streamlined settings panel gives you access to a wide array of configuration options to tweak every aspect of your broadcast or recording. Self-explanatory. Modular dock user interface allows you to arrange the layout exactly as you like. You can even pop out each individual dock to its own window. Again, self-explanatory. Create professional productions. Choose from a number of different customizable transitions, which we already spoke about earlier on. Set hotkeys for every action. Hotkeys basically means, let's say, you can set up customizable buttons on your keyboard to carry out a certain action. For example, let's say whenever you want to switch from one camera to another, you could set up the key, the key on the keyboard that says A, and you could set it up so whenever you press A, it automatically switches from one camera angle to another. That's just an example, but you can set up hotkeys for just about any action that you want to do with the software. Let's talk about this here. It says studio mode lets you preview your scenes and sources before pushing them live, adjust your scenes and sources, or create new ones and ensure they're perfect before your viewers ever see them. So this is basically talking about when you're live streaming something. What you can do is you can set up a scene on the left. So you can bring in some text, you can bring in a camera angle, you could probably bring in a web page, or whatever else you wanted. You could set it all up exactly how you want it, and then you can push it to the live screen. So your viewers won't see you while you're setting all this up. They'll just see it when it's all ready and you press live. This here, it says get a high level view of your production using the multi-view monitor monitor 8 different scenes, and easily queue or transition to any of them with merely a single or double click. So what this means is basically you could have a monitor set up, an external monitor or your laptop monitor, and you could have up to, I mean, it's showing here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cameras. Okay, let's say you've got up to 8 cameras set up. I mean, we're only using 2. This is the preview and this is the live view. And what you could do is, anytime you wanted to switch between those cameras, all you do is click on camera 1, it will go to camera 1. Click on camera 2, it will go to camera 2, and so forth and so forth. So it's a really easy way to switch, a visual way to switch between cameras just by looking at the screen. I mean, there's loads of other features. I mean, the scope of this video doesn't allow me to go in and explain how to do everything in detail. But basically what you need is, you need this free software, which is absolutely amazing. And you need your 2 webcams, which I'm going to show you, or I've shown you already. And, a couple of the accessories, those are optional if you want them. And then you can record in a much better fashion than you have been recording, or you can live stream in a much better way than you have previously been live streaming. And this is when you're working with software like this, there is a bit of a learning curve. It's not difficult, honestly. If I can do it, I believe anybody can do it. So you just got to spend some time with it, and mess about with it, play about with it, because at the end of the day, that's the best way to learn, is to make mistakes. So it's pretty straightforward. You just load the software, plug in your USB cameras, and you've immediately got 2 cameras available. And then there's settings inside there where you can set up whether you want to live stream to Facebook or to YouTube, or you can choose not to live stream at all and just create a video of an event, and you can live stream it later on as well. So that's the OBS Studio software, and let's move on to the next section of the video.